Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. It's another week in Mexico, and with it comes some brand new cars for us to check out. This week in the festival playlist in FH5, you have this, the Ferrari 512 TR, which if you ask me is one of the best looking Ferraris ever made. This week in the Forzathon shop, hello, Lamborghini Veneno. The DLC car for this week in the car pass is this, the 2019 Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro. Twitch chat's already been telling me it's apparently got some really cool customization. Apparently it's really quick, so I'm excited to give it a go. However, before we get into any FH5 customization, let's give it a go bone stock. As per usual, this wouldn't be an AR12 video without any fun facts about everybody's favorite taco truck. Let's go. You may remember a couple of months ago, we recently got the Toyota 4Runner and the Toyota Tacoma Tundra. Anyways, this thing is the smaller version of the Toyota Tundra. Toyota sells literally hundreds of thousands of these things every single year. What you might not know about the little Toyota Tacoma is for the first couple years of its life, Toyota didn't actually give it a name. It didn't have a nickname. It was genuinely called the Toyota Pickup. Introducing the Toyota Hatchback, or the Volkswagen SUV. Back in the early 2000s, Toyota actually had a lot of problems with the Toyota Tacoma when they famously turned to rust. The Toyota Tacoma actually became a taco, where it would literally bend between the cab and the bed, and it would go like that. The frame on the tacos rusted out so badly, they would genuinely snap in half. After a long, drawn-out court battle, Toyota paid $3.4 billion in a settlement to taco owners to fix all of their trucks for the next 12 years for free. If you ask me personally, I love the Toyota Tacoma. I've always loved like the smaller pickup trucks. The Toyota Tacoma has always been the king of like these mid-size pickup trucks. It's literally a toss-up. One day I would say I love the Tacoma. The next day, I love the Ford Ranger. There's an occasional day in there where I'm feeling a bit off and I go, yeah, that Mercedes X-Class is pretty cool, isn't it? We don't like to talk about those days though. Let's go do some customization. This reminds me that if you haven't subscribed just yet, you should do it. We are closing in on 1.8 million subscribers here on YouTube, which is just insane. Bone stock, our Toyota Tacoma is C-Class, which means there's a whole bunch of upgrade potential for this thing. We're gonna be able to do so many different builds with it. I have a very cool idea for this taco truck that we will do in a bit. Before we get to that though, let's start things a little bit more normal. Right out of the gate, we've got a whole bunch of different engine swaps. So let's scroll through all of these. I'll rev them up and let's take a listen. That's ridiculous. Absolutely insane engine swap. Why don't we start out with the idea of turning this taco truck into the best version of this that we can possibly do? I think the best possible thing we can do to this car is turn it into an A-class off-roader. Not a rally car, a dedicated cross-country car. We could go turbo diesel, but that diesel engine just weighs way too much. I think I want to go for this racing 7.2 liter V8. We've got some body mods available for this thing. So we've got a big old crash bar on the front. No, thank you. I assume we've got some mud flaps. No, we've got some side steps. Okay, that's a TRD snorkel. That is so cool. That is actually a thing you can get in real life from Toyota directly. We're doing that 100%. Anyways, if we are going to be doing cross-country races, yes, we're gonna want some off-road tires. I am disappointed that we don't have any other tires. We definitely want some upgraded brakes. Our brakes go from a 3.7 to a 5.6. That is a worthwhile upgrade. Get some anti-roll bars as well. You love to see it. And the things you don't love to see. Where is my suspension customization? We've had this conversation before. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I think we're gonna need to find a nice middle ground. Yes. Okay, we're gonna need to to remove 500 pounds out of this thing, bring it down below 4,000 pounds, and then let's get some extra horsepower. After all of our upgrades, we are way lighter than we were before. We've got 900 horsepower now. Big, grippy off-road race tires. I think this is going to be absolutely incredible. Before we go and start up a race, I want to see if this can do the same thing as the other Toyota. If you remember my video that I made a couple of months ago on the 4Runner and the Tundra, I discovered a really interesting thing with them where when you got air and you press the gas, your car would rotate up. And when you would press the brake, your car would rotate down. I want to see if that's the same with this Toyota Tacoma as well. So I'm not going to press anything. Press the brake. Nothing happens. Press the gas. Nothing happened. Maybe it no longer works. Let's see. So get in the air. Press nothing. Gas. Nothing. I didn't know the developers actually changed things in this game. Do not let me down. Based off first impressions, I think this thing might be better than the 4Runner and better than the Tundra. It's a smaller, more nimble vehicle, which might make it a little bit nicer to drive and might make it a little bit more stable through some of the corners. It's all gonna rely on if we have enough grip, though. Oh, there's the understeer. There's the understeer. Just wants to plow ahead. Man, it feels like a snow plow going through some of these corners. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but you can see how much I'm struggling in the corners. Okay, I'm just gonna, edit. Golden says he's made a way better version of this. Golden's got better 0 to 60. He's got about 150 horsepower more than I did. He actually weighs less than I did. But Golden says in Twitch chat it has the stock gearbox and it's running stock brakes. I'm really hoping this drives a little bit better than my one does. Crazy squat off the line there. Sorry, you can't say squat and pickup truck in the same sentence. It triggers people. Instantly, this goes through the corners better than my one did. I'm just gonna need to send it through the corners and do some of this. That's gonna be the best way to get through the corners. So lesson learned. Brakes are optional for an off-road vehicle. Oh, I hate those. I hate those stupid water things. Gain. Oh, gears. Gain. Gain. Yeah, you can see what it does when you actually get a handle of it. It's a very quick car. You've completely got to change the way you think about going through a corner. Usually you're thinking, okay, brake in a straight line, lift off the brake, turn in, back on the gas. This thing, no, handbrake, gun it. That's all. It got the fastest lap time out of anybody, and I was still learning how to drive this thing. Tacoma, attempt number 2. This circuit is definitely going to serve this vehicle 1,000 times better than that last race did. And now that I know how to drive this thing by genuinely just abusing it, this should go a lot better. So send it right the way down the side of the volcano with all of that horsepower. Oh dear. All of the horsepower in here is going to allow us to clearly send it past all of the AI. We're 30% into the race, and I've already got P1. It goes to show what a different racetrack can do for this thing. The combination of not using the brakes and the funky gear ratios is really something that you need to adjust to, but once you do, it's awesome. It's super quick. I would have never thought to do something like this. Golden, very nicely done. This thing's awesome. Awesome to drive in A-class. Just don't press the brake, handbrake it through the corner, and you're good to go. The AI never even stood a chance. The Carolina Squat is coming to Forza Horizon 5. Why don't we turbo diesel the Tacoma and Carolina Squat it? Oh my god, yes. 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 I am so sorry, Toyota Tacoma pickup truck owner. Wait, what? Whoa. I've just come to the transmissions area, and like usual, you've got your race transmission, your 7-speed, 8-speed, 9-speed, 10-speed, and a drift transmission. Where's my drift suspension? 2,300 foot-pounds of torque. We are gonna roll coal over every single Prius. I have an idea. 24 karat gold TRD with a carbon fiber hood. I'm so sorry. I didn't think it would do that. I knew we were making a sus Toyota Tacoma, but I didn't think it would three-wheel. We've turned the Tacoma into a tripod. Whoa. Whoa, it's driving on two wheels. It's doing wheelies. Imagine if this thing had like drag tires. The amount of force that would be going through those back tires would be insane. Maybe that's the reason we don't have like upgraded tires and stuff. Because it would genuinely just break the game's like physics. Hold on a second. I want to try this in rear wheel drive. Look what this is going to do. If I make it rear wheel drive, that changes our weight distribution, pushes it towards the back a little bit more. Then I need to get another engine in here. I'm going to need to go with the racing V8. Okay. I'm going to go super try hard with this. I'm going to get super lightweight rims in the front, make them as small as I can. And we're also going to make them super lightweight. So that way, I'm basically just going to be like wheeling, bucking into every single corner. It tries to do a wheelie. It does do a wheelie. A Tacoma shouldn't be able to do that. I mean, that's such a scuffed build. But the fact that it works is just kind of cool. I have one more idea for this thing. So this isn't actually the only Toyota Tacoma in this game. If you head over to Brad DeBerdy's cars, he has this. This is the performance truck built by Brad DeBerdy. It is a drift truck. It's the same thing, a 2019 Toyota Tacoma. This one has 900 horsepower, 626 foot-pounds of torque. It's rear-wheel drive, very, very lightweight. Do you think I could build my own Toyota Tacoma to rival that of Brad DeBerdy's? Why don't we do it in style with a 2JZ? I like that. Rear-wheel drive, thank you very much. Unfortunately, we can't get all the same cool, like, aero bits that Brad DeBerdy has, but I'll get the snorkel and I'll get the sidestep just because, I mean, that's as cool as I can make it. Once again, if you're asking, will this go well? No. Brakes, anti-roll bars, weight reduction, all the goodies. I've got 919 horsepower, 650 foot-pounds of torque. I do weigh 200 pounds more. Right out of the gate, I'm going to basically reduce all of the tire pressure. Since I don't have any good tires, I'm going to want that. Those are sus gear ratios. Camber, we're gonna have to make our own drift suspension. So, yep, we're just gonna crank all of these up. As we've done recently, we're gonna hit up my new favorite drift zone. This one, out on the western side of Mexico. My personal best is 235,000. No, we're not gonna get close to it. But I would say if we could probably get over 200K, that would be okay. Hey, that rhymes. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Come on, Toyota Tacoma. Into the corners we go. And that is what happens when you don't have... Hey, developers, I would really appreciate better tires for this. All right, so we can't go with the usual massive angle that we're used to. We've got to be... Oh, my God. Very, very conservative with this thing. The lack of drift suspension is just going to hurt us the entire way through this drift zone. It's a bit of a, you know, sussy build, if I'm honest. There's 140,000, though. 150,000. 160. 170. Come on, get 200. And that's what happens if you don't have drift suspension and you try to take some angle. Come on, get 200. Get 200. Get 200. Yes! If you try to go for angle, you will genuinely just spin out. And there's nothing you can do about it. I'm pretty sure I said this when the Tundra and the 4Runner came out a month ago or 2 months ago. The customization let it down. It could have been better. Where's my drift suspension? Where's my race suspension? Where's my upgraded tires? Considering this is in the car pass as well, and this is paid DLC, it's even more of a letdown.